Welcome back to SnapExplain. Today, we're diving into the most unforgettable moments in Shanghai Cooperation Organization history. Forget the usual political stiffness. These are the moments that broke the mold. From hugs that melted the room to sprints that left everyone laughing, we're counting down the SCO's greatest hits. Get ready to see world leaders as you've never seen them before. Real, spontaneous, and totally human. Grab your popcorn and settle in. This isn't just a history lesson. It's a celebration of the people behind the politics. Let's kick off the countdown. Number 5 on our list, the legendary opening ceremony hug. This wasn't just any ordinary moment. It was a turning point that no one saw coming, and it instantly became the talk of the summit. Picture the scene, the world's eyes glued to the stage, expecting nothing more than stiff handshakes, polite nods, and the usual serious faces that define these high-stakes gatherings. Then, out of nowhere, one leader breaks the script. With a warm smile, they open their arms wide, an unscripted, spontaneous gesture that catches everyone off guard. The other leader pauses, clearly surprised, but then steps forward. What follows is a genuine, heartfelt embrace, one that feels more personal than political. In that instant, the titles and protocols fade away. For a brief moment, they're not heads of state. They're just two people, sharing a real human connection in front of the world. The atmosphere in the room changes instantly. Tension that had been building for days simply melts away. Delegates start to smile, and you can almost feel the collective sigh of relief as the mood shifts from rigid formality to something much warmer. It's a silent message to everyone watching. Yes, we can be serious, but we can also be human. Sometimes diplomacy is about more than just words and agreements. The media exploded with coverage. That hug was everywhere. Front pages, talk shows, social feeds, and even late-night comedy. It became the defining image of the summit, replayed again and again. Was it the start of a new alliance? A sign of personal friendship? Pundits and commentators speculated endlessly. But at its heart, it was simply a beautiful, honest gesture that spoke volumes. That single moment set the tone for the entire summit. Collaboration, friendship, and a touch of warmth that lingered long after the cameras stopped rolling. Even now, delegates still talk about it. They say you could feel the energy shift in the room, as if a barrier had been broken and everyone could finally breathe a little easier. It broke the ice in a way no speech, no matter how eloquent, ever could. Suddenly, conversations flowed more freely, and genuine laughter echoed through the halls. Years from now, people might forget the fine print of the agreement signed that day, but they'll always remember that embrace, the moment when diplomacy felt truly human. That hug became a symbol of unity, echoing far beyond the conference hall and inspiring people around the world to believe in the power of simple, genuine gestures. Sometimes, a single, authentic gesture can say more than 100 carefully crafted documents or speeches ever could. This wasn't just a photo op for the cameras, it was a statement, a declaration that real connection is possible, even at the highest levels of power. That embrace transformed what could have been just another political meeting into something truly memorable, something that people would talk about for years to come. So, number 5, the opening ceremony hug. A promise that this summit would be different, more open, and maybe even a little more hopeful. It was a fantastic way to kick things off, earning applause and cheers from the crowd, and setting a high bar for everything that followed. But trust me, the moments on this list only get more incredible from here. If you thought this was unforgettable, just wait for what's next. Ready for the next one? Let's keep going. The countdown continues. On to number 4. Number 4, the unexpected diplomatic handshake. Two leaders, decades of tension, seated on opposite sides of the room. The plan? No contact, no drama. But during a coffee break, one leader walks straight toward his rival. The room goes silent. Security tenses up. Cameras swivel. He extends his hand. No speech, no fanfare, just a simple gesture. The other leader pauses, then shakes it. Instantly, the atmosphere changes. Applause ripples through the crowd. This wasn't just a handshake. It was a seismic event. The news cycle exploded. Talks that had been stalled for years restarted. It was the first crack in a wall of ice built over generations. One brave step changed the course of history. People in the room described it as electric. It was a reminder. Sometimes diplomacy is about one person breaking the mold. It could have backfired, but it didn't. That handshake gave hope to millions. It showed that even the deepest divides can be bridged by a simple human gesture. That's why it's number 4 on our list. Unexpected, powerful, and unforgettable. Proof that the simplest gestures are often the most profound. Ready for more? Let's move to number 3. The countdown is just heating up. Stay with us. Next up, a moment of pure chaos. You won't want to miss it. Here we go. Number 3. Number 3. This is the wild sprint to the podium, a moment that no one at the summit could have predicted. Picture this. The world's most powerful leaders are supposed to walk up together, dignified and orderly, to sign a joint declaration. The atmosphere is formal, the cameras are rolling, and every move is being watched by millions. But then, out of nowhere, one leader suddenly bolts from his seat, full-on sprint, arms pumping, like he's in the Olympics. The others freeze, stunned, unsure whether to follow or just watch in disbelief. Then, a friendly rival can't resist the challenge. With a grin, he jumps up and joins the race, turning a routine walk into a spontaneous competition. Now, you have 2 world leaders, both in expensive suits, racing each other to the podium, ties flapping and shoes squeaking on the polished floor. Security panics for a split second, unsure if this is a breach of protocol or just a bit of fun. The room erupts in laughter, the tension instantly broken. Journalists, delegates, even other heads of state can't stop laughing. The entire summit hall is filled with genuine amusement. It's a total break from protocol, and it's absolutely hilarious. For a moment, the seriousness of international diplomacy is replaced by pure, unscripted joy. The first leader arrives at the podium, triumphant and out of breath, grinning from ear to ear as the crowd cheers. The second follows close behind, laughing and patting his rival on the back, both of them sharing a rare, candid moment. In that instant, they turned what could have been a stuffy, forgettable procedure into a moment of pure, shared joy. The clip went viral almost immediately. Memes, slow-motion edits, and playful commentary flooded social media. People everywhere couldn't get enough of it. It showed a playful, relatable side of these leaders that the world rarely gets to see. Suddenly, they weren't just politicians, they were people too. Instead of undermining the event, this spontaneous race brought everyone closer together. The mood in the room shifted, walls came down, and genuine connections were made. The energy in the room changed, lighter, friendlier, and more united than before. Even the most serious delegates couldn't help but smile. The sprint quickly became a legendary story among summit insiders, retold at dinners and in private conversations for years to come. It proved that even in high-stakes environments, there's always room for a little fun and humanity. A moment of unscripted, unforgettable comedy on the world stage, one that reminded everyone that laughter can unite even the most powerful. That's why the wild sprint to the podium is our number 3 pick, an instant classic that will be remembered for years. Chaotic, hilarious, and a perfect reminder. Leaders are people too, with quirks and a sense of humor just like the rest of us. Sometimes even the most powerful just need to run, to let loose, and to remind us all that they're human. On to number 2, get ready for some real emotion. The countdown continues, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's next. Next up, a farewell you'll never forget. Let's go. Number 2, the emotional farewell embrace. At the closing ceremony, a long-serving leader says goodbye. The air is thick with respect and nostalgia. After the group photo, a close friend walks over, not for a handshake, but a deep, emotional hug. This wasn't just protocol, it was years of shared history, challenges, and triumphs. The retiring leader's eyes glisten. The other holds on tight, whispering something private. For a few seconds, it's just the two of them, the world watching in silence. The room stands still, giving them space. No words needed, the bond is clear. Other leaders look on, visibly moved. Some wipe away tears. It's a raw, unfiltered display of friendship and respect. A goodbye between 2 old friends, not just colleagues. The image of that embrace became the defining moment of the summit. It spoke volumes about legacy, friendship, and the human side of leadership. A quiet, powerful moment that said more than any speech ever could. A perfect emotional grace note to a long and distinguished career. That's why the emotional farewell embrace is our number 2 moment. Deeply personal, incredibly moving, and unforgettable. The end of an era captured in a single embrace. Ready for the number 1 moment? Here it comes. The best is yet to come. And now, the number 1 SCO moment. The unscripted group photo, a scene that no one could have predicted, but everyone will remember. The group photo at these summits is usually a stiff, formal affair, leaders lined up in perfect rows, faces set in serious diplomatic expressions. The camera flashes, the moment is captured, and it's over in seconds. But this time, something different happened. One leader, known for his mischievous sense of humor, decided to break the monotony and shake things up a bit. With a perfectly timed move, he made bunny ears behind the leader standing in front of him. Subtle enough to go unnoticed at first, but just obvious enough for the cameras to catch. At first, the rest of the group was completely unaware. The leaders continued to pose, maintaining their dignified composure, oblivious to the playful prank happening right behind them. But then, a ripple of laughter began to spread down the line as a few leaders caught sight of the joke in the camera preview, or from the corner of their eye. Leaders tried to stifle their giggles, but the laughter was contagious. Soon, even the most stoic faces couldn't help but break into smiles and chuckles. The once formal lineup dissolved into a group of world leaders laughing uncontrollably, their laughter echoing through the hall and breaking the ice in a way no speech ever could. The victim of the prank finally realized what had happened, turned around, and joined in the laughter, embracing the moment with good humor. The photographers, quick on the draw, kept snapping away, capturing a series of candid shots filled with pure, unfiltered joy and genuine connection. The result? The most famous summit photo ever taken, leaders leaning on each other, laughing, and looking completely at ease, as if they were old friends rather than just political allies. That single photo perfectly captured the spirit of the SCO. Trust, camaraderie, and a much-needed sense of humor in the world of diplomacy. This wasn't just a photo. It became a symbol of a new kind of diplomacy, one where leaders could let their guard down and connect as people, not just as representatives of nations. It showed the world that these leaders could work together, solve problems, and also share a laugh, building bridges in unexpected ways. It was a moment of unity, not because of a signed document, but because of a shared, spontaneous laugh that brought everyone together. That's why it stands out as our #1 pick, a highlight that will be remembered for years to come. The unscripted group photo, spontaneous, hilarious, and truly unforgettable, reminding us that even at the highest levels, leaders are human too. It told a bigger story about friendship, trust, and the power of a simple joke to unite people. The absolute best. And that's the countdown. But before we wrap up, we want to hear from you. What's your favorite SCO moment? Was it this one, or do you have another unforgettable highlight? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for more incredible moments. That's our list. From heartfelt hugs to hilarious sprints, the SCO has given us some truly unforgettable moments. History isn't always made in serious meetings. Sometimes it's in the unscripted human moments. Which moment was your favorite? Did we miss any? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this countdown, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more SnapExplain videos. Thanks for watching and being part of our community. We'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep celebrating the moments that bring us together. Stay curious, stay kind. This is SnapExplain signing off. See you soon!